Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Yesterday we got to try out all the different planeswalkers, and actually the Chandra and Brawl deck was interesting. Maybe not the balance how I would like it, but then again I figured we're going to lose M20 when Zendikar Rising comes out. That was a set where we got a lot of Chandra, so this might be the last time we get to do Chandra Tribal in Brawl. So we got a new Chandra, perfect excuse, and we're gonna run her. So Chandra, Heart of Fire, 5 mana for so 3 red for a 5 loyalty planeswalker. Has a good +1. You discard your hand, you exile the top 3 cards. So it's basically a draw tree when you're running empty. +1 deals 2 damage to any target, very good. So no minus ability, so we get to keep ticking her up until we hit -9. Search your graveyard and library for any number of red instant and or sorcery cards. Exile them, then shuffle your library. You may cast them this turn. Add 6 red mana. So we don't necessarily have to use the 6 red mana, but for the instant and sorceries, but it does give us a good option. We're probably gonna be looking over a bunch of other things as well, but otherwise we're running almost every Chandra. Now I say almost because we're not running the uncommon one. We are running quite a bit of elementals. In fact, we're running almost every card with Chandra's name on it. So we're running Chandra's Embercat, Chandra's Magmut, Chandra's Pyreling, Chandra's Regulator, Chandra's Triumph, Chandra's Spitfire. There's Chandra Acolyte of Flame here. Chandra Fire Artisan. Not Chandra, but these are her disciples. So we're running Carol Keep Disciples. When Jumpstart comes out, I would like to get a copy of Young Pyromancer. That will fit here also. Big Mama Chandra Awakened Inferno. As I said, we're not running the uncommon one. 4 mana. Feels like not the strongest one, though we are running quite a bit of elementals. So actually just 8 elementals out of 18. So a little less than half, but does combo with rare M20 Chandra. So we got that as an option. Otherwise, it's pretty much a ton of removal. The usual Shock, Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. You notice we have about 13 instants and sorceries. The only enchantment is for Anax. Only Mana Rocks, Arcane Signet. I did have a Heraldic Banner here, but I kind of wanted to fill it with other stuff. We might end up putting it back. We might even actually put the uncommon Chandra back in. We'll see which cards don't quite make it. The cards that feel are different utility is some Goblin Crater Maker, just in case we need to nuke. In case we need another way to nuke an artifact. Actually, this is our only way to nuke an artifact, if I'm not mistaken. Heartfire Immolator. If we cast enough spells, we could catch someone by surprise. Immolation Shaman. It's a shame that this doesn't trigger off Planeswalkers, but there are. I want to see if there are enough abilities for this. Otherwise, I will actually sub this out. I might actually sub it for Dreadhorde Arcanist and Heraldic Banner, and probably find some other spells as well. Actually, quite a bit of other elementals didn't quite make the cut, like Fire Urchin. That one didn't make a cut. We're basically trying to be as relatively fast as possible. So we are looking for super aggro cards. We are running 23 lands. I might try to find ways to cut this down. Maybe add a few more cheaper spells, like say the Ember Shield Breaker as another rock of sorts. Go for Blood would be another extra piece of removal in our huge swath of removal. Do take note, all our removals damage based, so that might be a problem, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's see how this goes. And we're doing this just about right time because we are now celebrating the permanent edition of Brawl. Yeah, I tried the Rinse Seri deck. It still hasn't panned out yet. It's interesting, but let's see if everyone is still running a Kinnan deck and right now. I might actually want to. Okay, it's a Teferi deck, which might still be a problem. We do have a Chandra's. Okay, so we're gonna run Scorch Bitter into Embercat. This one only buffs Elemental or Chandra Planeswalker spells, so actually helps with Heart of Fire, but will not help with our other stuff. We'll definitely keep this though. Let's start putting as much early pressure as possible, knowing that our opponent will do the same. Yeah, the Fire Prophecy is probably not gonna do. Well, it depends. Let's see what our opponent's matchup is. Let's see if he has a counter for this. Otherwise, we're just gonna keep jamming stuff in. For Force's Intervention, also another way to nuke planeswalkers or relatively large creatures. I don't think. Oh, opponent's going for the early to fairy.
Stand by and watch.
Bounces the Ember Cat, which is fine. We got Storm's Wrath if we have to. We'll save it for the next time. And I suppose our opponent probably would just cast a Shatter the Sky at this point, so it is what it is. No Shatter the Sky yet. No white mana until next turn, so we'll see how. Also have to be careful. This is representative of a counter spell. So we're actually going to just keep swinging on our opponent for now. Let's see if our opponent does something. I could cast Carol Keep Disciples just to bait out the obvious counter spell is obvious. So let's bait it out. If he doesn't counter it, that means he does have the Wrath. Though it'll be Shatter the Sky or maybe Time Wipe, so it's okay. There's the Sinner says, yeah, bait out the counter spell. That's part of the plan. We could just do this for the sorcery speed effect, but I sincerely doubt that's gonna pan out. Oh, this one, yeah, Fire Prophecy only hits creatures. I only put it in because it's a way to shuffle out certain cards. Opponent might be going for a fast Dream Trawler. Cycles the Neutralize. Yeah, so we could shock our opponent if we have to. Not bit. As far as our burn spells go, we have the usual stuff. Opponent passing. Well, there's something we could cast. We did not have. I did not put an Ember Cleave here though. We probably could. Same. Also, I did not put a Cavalcade as well. Let's see. This will probably eat the counter spell. Otherwise, our opponent's been holding on to mana for no good reason. Okay. Ironically, another thing we can do is we can Fire Prophecy one of our own creatures if it gets to that point. Also, opponent's holding a huge stack of cards. I think here's the Dream Trawler. No, drawn from Dreams. He doesn't have the Trawler quite yet. He hits 2 cards. One of them could be Brazen. Well, it's out of the top 7. Probably hits a Brazen Borrower. In which case, I could actually just shock one of our own guys just to count. Soft counter it, I say, or at least not have to work. Also, opponent's actually discarding cards now. So opponent's down to a dangerous 5. Pass the turn. Opponent has to Wrath at this point. Realm Poke Giant, there's the Wrath. So here comes the shock. And opponent. There's the Slaying Fire. We could also have done Perforce's Interventions, pretty much the same thing, but there you go. Yeah, doesn't work if you don't do anything. Oh yeah, for those who want to see the deck list quickly, there you go. I'll post the deck list on the description as well. We'll probably do about 3 or 4 more games. Yeah, that one I would say it's a bit of an aberration. Either a bit of an aberration or... What exactly there? Our opponent did have a full grip. If it was literally just counter spells waiting for that Chandra to drop, I would still counter anyway. Like, any moment you're not countering spells is moment where... Well, I guess you want things like Chemisters, Insight. Okay, so... We don't really have much of a turn 1 plays, but I will keep this anyway. We can go... Depending what our opponent's next drop is, I probably just go turn 2 Robber of the Rich. Yeah, we're going Robin Hood. So turn 2 Robber into turn 3 Signet into an Immolator. Okay, nuke the plains. I don't think that's what our opponent needed, considering he just kept the Imara Soul of the Accord. We'll see if we can hit it. Okay, so play a land. Well, slight change of plans. It is still a burn spell. It's a bit expensive though. Yeah, but all we're hitting our lands, so it might be Yeah, it's kind of benefiting our opponent at this point. We're bound to hit something we can't nuke. Stonecoil Serpent, X equals 3. We're not nuking that. Although, do I like that? Let's see if we got the Basri's Lieutenant, so... Well, we're not going to be able to cast it. Opponent's probably incentivized to block. And so the interesting thing is we can now cast Chandra. Well, opponent is bound to have stuff that counter it. Okay, there's the Castle Empress. Is this source? Okay. No, here comes the Power Link combo. Though our opponent could have like could have the swift response, so we could lose. Oh no, no swift response. Raise the alarm, so tokens going into well, it depends. Opponent could also play a Venerated Loxodon. I will have to decide if I want to burn or if I want to draw cards. Or if our opponent I guess we go for burn. Because our opponent will double swing here. We are incentivized to burn one of the tokens. I'll just cash on this Fire Artisan. Yes, it's Chandra Tribal. Now, do we hit the tree? Ooh, we hit. Oh, just 1 damage. Oh, target creature, Planeswalker. So, at least this way, if our opponent wants to buff the token 1 more time, it's gonna cost him. We're also at 7 mana now, so killing Chandra just allows us to reset. I am incentivized to just block, force our opponent to have the pump effect. Pledge of Unity, sure, that's fine. Opponent goes for the life gain. So, I'm gonna +1 first. See what we got off the top. Chandra's Triumph.
Sit back and watch it burn.
And I think also our opponent's kind of stuck on lands, so it may be those lands we nuked with maybe those lands we nuked with Robber of the Rich were good after all. So, yeah, sitting on 2 Chandras. Yeah, this is gonna be literally Chandra Tribal. Complete with the... Oh, Scavenging Ooze. He gets to eat... He gets to eat a few cards. So... Slaying Fire.
Oh, it's you burning.
Our opponent... Oh, Heroic Intervention. Ooh, yikes. That's bad. On the bright side, it means he... So we can actually discard our hand and exile the top 3 cards, see what we get. We got 5 mana. Let's go for it. Okay, got land, Scorching Dragonfire. We can cast it, but it does nothing, so... Yeah, oh well. C'est la vie. Oh, might as well. I guess the 2 dam... Well, our opponent could spend mana just to start eating our graveyard. It will make it into a 5/5, which can nuke Chandra. I guess it makes sense. Also, yeah, Chandra that big's gonna be hard to... We might be incentivized to... Yeah, the Heroic Intervention was good. I made a mistake. I should have gone for the Heart of Fire one first. So we lose this Chandra. We're gonna tick this one up. Okay, Fateful End. Hold on. 7. No, we'll only have 2. We'll be short. Exile top card. Scorch Bitter. Can we... Oh, we could still cast. No, definitely don't want Phoenix of Ash to die because that's just going to be eaten by the Ooze. Scorch Bitter getting eaten could be fine. Opponent's yet to drop anything other than these guys. There's a Nissa. So we do have Fateful End for later. Opponent's going to have to decide. We can at least start nuking his land count. See how our opponent decides to swing. We definitely want to keep both on board as much as possible. Oh, going for that. So definitely block this. So he can spend the mana to eat it. We will have mana left over. Yeah, we're just... I could exile the top 7 just... We could nuke Nissa that way, but it makes this one her very vulnerable. Oh wait, nope. Still has mana up, so not a good option. We'll just nuke the forest. Also puts our opponent down from like 10 mana, 2, 4, 6, 8 to like 6 mana. Yeah, spends it there. That's fine. Yep. Gaining quite a bit of life. We're definitely keeping this Chandra on top. Yeah, let's go for the Chandra Tribal. We can't cast it, so we're just gonna ding our... Yeah, I actually don't want to activate this now. Exile the top 7 cards, you may play them this turn. No? We'll pass. Actually, we'll swing here. Because the interesting thing is that if our opponent swings on Chandra Fire Artisan just to get rid of her, we can nuke Nissa as a result. Opponent hits the mana for, say, Greatheart again? No, Elspeth... Ah, man! Elspeth conquers that. Oh well. That's one Chandra down the drain. What can she... Could get Nissa back, so we are actually incentivized not to go after Nissa at this point. So we might actually... Let's see. If our Opponent's just eating stuff. Well, it's not... Well, I guess it's for the Phoenix of Ash. Let's say he swings after Chandra Heart of Fire. If I block with Carol Keep... not so great here. I'm actually incentivized to just block with Carol Keep. Because we've already cast her. This is the second time we've cast her. Yeah, not so great. Scavenging Ooze is very good in Brawl, I must say. Yeah, I did not I should have expected it. What was I thinking? No, the thing is, I can't use this other ability, her minus ability. I could just use the plus, but... I want to start nuking lands.
These little guys are great.
If he blocks, I just... Oh, laying it true. 5-4 tree. Okay. Oh, it's because it's about to get it back. Okay, that makes sense. Let's disappoint our opponent slightly. Basically, we're just waiting for him to... Yeah, but the large ooze is an issue. Yeah, just exiling everything, why not? Yeah, so we're not buying Phoenix of Ashrak anytime soon. We're not gonna be dealing damage. Kogla. Ah, has a fight effect. Okay. So we will lose... We will lose both our Planeswalkers.
The land fights for us.
If we hit Storm's Wrath, at least we take out the lands and the Nissa, which is actually not ideal, but that's how it goes. And opponent exiles the Phoenix of Ash. Well, let's see. Do we have any other ways of... Yeah, that was a very timely Elspeth Conquers death, I would say.
Consider this bridge.
Oh, so 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's no, it costs 11. Okay. Yeah. 9, 7, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, that's a good game. Yep. How many times did we... 5, 7, 9... We've recast it 4 times? Oh no, we've recast it 3 times, then Elspeth Conquers that made it more expensive. Okay. Yeah, so we got too cute on that one. We were better off just nuking it. I guess we should have also just cashed... We could have also just cashed in. Yeah, we could have just cashed it in. We would have lost all the cards, but we would have dealt 7 damage. That would have put more pressure on our opponent, I suppose. Yeah. Scavenging Ooze. We do have quite a bit of early game removal, but okay, here's the true test, Kinnan. So we have a Heartfire Immolator and a Bone Crusher Giant for those early plays. Opponent takes a mulligan. We go first. So I want to go Robber of the Rich, start stealing his stuff. Like that. And actually I could start playing that. Okay, listen, Caryatid. There's a Storm's Wrath if we need it. Okay, nuke the land. Okay. I could just play the Pixie. Because he can play Kinnan into something else. Then we just start... We even have Storm's Wrath as an option if we need to, but that's... Okay, because the other alternative is just Heartfire Immolator, burn it now. Which is... Not too bad, I suppose. Not very efficient usage, but it's still usage. Okay, opponent plays Kinnan. It's time to disappoint our opponent. Oh, and we'll use his Mara Leaf Pixie. So if our opponent recasts Kinnan, we just cast Heart of Fire and start burning that way. Well, there you go. There you go. That was frustrating enough, I suppose. I guess what happened is our opponent probably had most of their big stuff in hand, and not getting the mana creatures they needed was painful. Just a few more. We already have the cash for it, so I'm probably going to do that one first, but we definitely will do more. Yeah, sometimes there are many different commanders. Many of them provide very great synergies, but sometimes all it takes is just a very simple concept. Actually, Radha is another one I want to build around. Being able to sift through your deck for lands. Okay, this is scary because we do have 2/2 drops. If we don't draw lands, we're in trouble. I would prefer to have at least one point of spot of removal. Let's mulligan. Okay, we got the removal. We're definitely keeping this one now. Yes, because this kind of this setup is kind of built around sticking your early plays. So we need to have ways to nuke them. Chandra's Triumph will save. Would prefer to save that for when Chandra hits. Okay, opponent. Oh yeah, red cap melee. I kind of put it there because it's instant. I didn't want to run. I had Lava Coil at first, but I didn't exactly want to run. Ooh, that's a problem. Oh yeah, we probably should put Shadow Spear if this is what we're gonna run up against. Next turn we can go Tectonic Giant. Opponent goes Fires of Invention. Okay. Is he missing a land? Yeah, Clotus is really important if you are. So we could go for the Slaying Fire, but I feel like we need to save it for creatures. So Tectonic Giant. If our opponent targets it with a spell, we still get the benefit, so it's not so bad. Field of Ruin kind of gets blanked here. When it goes Storm's Wrath. Ooh. Oh well. We got the Wrath out. That's one thing. In hindsight. Okay, actually, let's just cast Chandra Heart of Fire. Yeah, we'll go for that. Why not? At least it starts canceling out Clotus at the worst case. He could also nuke our Castle Embred or his Field of Ruin if he wants to. If he's having mana problems and wants to cast Radha. Actually, he can still cast Radha that way because he doesn't have to use the ability. Oh wait, there's the mana. He's going for mana instead of life, which is interesting. This is still a Cave of Thorns. So my concern is more of what he puts on top afterwards. Because I can just cast. Well, if I hit one more mana, I can. Ooh, this is a problem. Yeah, Fires of Invention still busted. Okay, let's take this tree. I'm gonna... I definitely want to nuke this one, because... Oh wait, 9, 8, 7, 6, needs 7. Chandra's Triumph deals 5 damage, so... Okay, we have... Yes, you need to budget this.
This is just gonna be bad for you.
Yeah, my concern is that if I kill the Cav, he just puts back the quartz. Actually, not so bad. Let's let them do that. Probably should have done that first so that he would be forced to get something else, but yeah, giving him multiple options. Yeah, my concern now is the... Yeah, because he just needs to... He can just cast this and run. Yeah, Fires of Invention. We're playing red though, we don't exactly have an out to Fires. The hope is our opponent just casts a bunch of cheap stuff so that we can Slaying Fire Chandra. Well, we can't Slaying Fire Chandra Awaken Inferno. Yeah, risk Lotus. So we will lose Chandra Heart of Fire. That's kind of a given.
You bet I'm mad about this.
Take action command zone. So we got Storm's Wrath, which will nuke Rada, but it won't nuke the Crasher. I could play Inferno just to nuke the Crasher. We will take damage from this as a result. We could also play... Yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, Rat for the sake of Rat is not so great. Kinda want one more mana so we can combine these two. Actually, this is what I'll do. Just cast Big Chandra.
Stay back. I'm an
Let's...
explosively good pyromancer.
Nuke this one so I don't ever have to see it again.
Barley is the best way to destroy things.
Yeah, people will take the Chandra out, but I don't have a way. So basically, we're just trying to minimize the board presence. Okay, there's an escape. Hits land. This has 5, so Zuza lost but seeking 6. We will take a hit from Clotis, but we can wipe the board. Ooh, taking a big hit from Rada, I guess. So we have to Wrath now. Annoying thing is he gets to cast it again. Well, yeah, we need one more mana to hit Chandra again. Opponent's probably incentivized, and yeah, we're also getting ticked down, so I don't think we're gonna... We're not gonna be able to win this. Yeah, we really want one Shadow Spear. Detection Tower is great as well, especially... Also, all these lands. Gets to hit the Beanstalk Giant too. Buy me some time. Oh no, he just goes for it. So... 4, 5, 6, 7... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, nope. Hit the Heartfire Immolator. I guess we could save this for them. Yeah, definitely forced the block. That's why we kept the Robber of the Rich back. That said, any big Planeswalker or any trample effect and it's all over. So not that I imagine, we kind of expected that. So we know we can take this down to... Okay, it's 10, so 6, 5, 4, 3. Yeah. We had the Storm Strat, but we need... Oh, now he plays all the cheap stuff. Destroyer, perfect life form. We're also short on mana, so that's also an issue. And it's a human, so we can't exactly mutate. We can actually just play it as a 4/4, but... Yeah. One, two, three, four, five. Yeah, he's one mana shy. Then just out the principle. Well, Fire Prophecy with a play. Yeah, so we were simply not fast. We were simply not fast enough, having to deal with Clotis, and yeah, that would definitely wreck us. Then again, we're playing mono red. That would have wrecked us even in standard. Never mind brawl. So, but otherwise, yeah. So we got it. Yeah, not so bad. 2 wins, two wins, 2 losses. Okay, so it's some Planeswalker and Planeswalker. This one's Viv. No, this one is Ikoria Vivian. So can kind of buy some time. We can even cycle with Yadaro. I'm actually considering if we... Well, definitely keeping this one because we have early plays. I could even just play the Dwarven Mine if I don't draw another mountain. I probably just play the Dwarven Mine right then and there. Yeah, we'll play the Dwarven Mine. I'm not risking being unable to cast for Anax. Let's see if our opponent probably plays Yorvo. There you go, big stuff. What we could... Yeah, we need a combo set though. We could just take... Okay, we're gonna hold off on this. We will accept that we're gonna take hits from here. Actually, probably just cycle this guy. We'll pass though. We'll pass first. I'm definitely not playing the Crater Maker. Yeah, red cap melee, even if we had to sacrifice a land, would be good for this. Let's see if our opponent casts another creature. Plays a land, passes. Okay, so Flame Sweep is an option. Okay, we'll cycle the arrow. It's Chandra, so but definitely not playing her at this point. So I actually want to play Crater Maker now. Reason being that our opponent gets to make a token that's a... You know what? Let's nuke it now. Because I want turn 5 Vivian. I do not want turn 4 Vivian. We'll worry about Yorvo some other way. Yeah, that would have been turn 5 Vivian. Why did I put... Yeah, opponent's bound to play another creature at this point. Okay, Chandra, that Chandra's good. So if I play this one, she just dies. Probably play Anax first just to have something on board. Opponent's gonna... And it's this, whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, goes to round 2. Okay, we lose. Interesting enough. Yeah, I was originally planning to use the flame. Let's say cast the Vivian, makes the Great Henge. Okay, so no Vivian. No. So no Vivian quite yet. We'll worry about that next turn. But okay, so 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, because I actually want to do... Could I do karaoke first? I guess we swing first. Kinda wish we had more than just this. Yeah, it feels poor. Having to use 2 burn spells on your just on your bow. Opponent's down to down to 3 cards. Been playing a lot of lands, so that is a bit of a benefit to us. Opponent's bound to play Vivian right about now. This whenever a non-token, so won't benefit from here, but will benefit from here, from the hand. Okay, we hit 6 mana. I actually want to play Carol. Wait. Because we can incentivize. I'm gonna play this one first. Take up. Basically incentivize our opponent to make another token. Opponent is flooding. Well, yeah, considering he had all the... Wait, he might have another creature at this point. Oh! He does have another creature. So... Definitely casting. Kogla. Is it fight creep? Okay, let's... And search your library. So... Yeah. Oh, into an Elgar Gargaroth. And these are huge. Wait, hold on. It's... Oh, target creature. Okay. As if that was better. And the Mecha Godzilla. Oh man, the Great Henge. Yeah, we are definitely adding more anti-artifact hate. So we do have 7 mana. But what do we do with it? Because we definitely need to nuke these guys. Worst thing I can do is just cast Okay, Chandra Awakened Inferno. Wipe. Nope, nothing. No, literally the one thing I can do at least is some Awakened Inferno just to kill the Gargaroth. We lose Chandra Heart of Fire in response, but it's the first time we cast. Yeah, it's not looking great. We really need...
Anyone who stands in my way is getting sizzled.
We really need... Oh wait, we only need X equals 5.
Glad I can help with your not being on fire problem.
So at least some big Chandra will absorb some damage for us. We will lose both Chandras anyway. So yeah, our opponent was waiting on that. We needed to deal more damage. So we and what's this? Vigilance. Oh, the menace was bad enough already. Oh yeah, we're dead already. What was I thinking? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna make a few. We're gonna try to make a few adjustments to this. We need to look for. We need to look for more spells that are variable in terms of targeting and damage. So the cheap spells were basically for like if we had to go against Kinnan, but we can't just rely on that. We need to have more. We need to have more spells. So we're gonna make some edits to that deck. So let's see. Planeswalker. Basically, that's our first primary. Anything that can damage Planeswalkers. Oh. I will take a Soul Seer. What did I have in there? Fateful End was one way to hit everything. We had Light Up the Stage. Skewer the Critics is a good cheap way to get extra damage in, but... Okay. I might actually just... Well, Cab is an elemental. Obviously, some of these are weaker, so we're gonna cut the Immolation Shaman. Yeah, definitely putting the Soul Seer up there. Also random permanent loses Indestructible. It's not quite random, it's actually planned. So let's see, what else do we have here? Catharsis. We will keep Cavalier of Flame for this. Spark Hunter Masticore is also kind of okay. We can actually run Ugin and Karn. Ruins Battleguard. So, okay, that's it for Planeswalkers. Let's see any target. This one's less like, we're less likely to find stuff. There's a Volcanic Geyser, which that's one way. Inescapable Blaze, but that's very expensive. Terror of the Peaks. I guess that's a good 5-drop. We should probably run it. Electro Dominance. Well, I guess this is a good time to try it out. It's sure it's expensive, but it's worth a shot there. I will cut the Blitz at this point. Also, yeah, we're adding the Embred Shield Breaker. And let's see, we're kind of keeping the Chandra team a little bit just for kicks. Runaway Steamkin, we haven't drawn it yet, but it should do stuff. I guess we can cut. Basically, we could just cut Skewer, though, or we could just cut Destroyer because this one's supposed to buy us time, but sometimes it whiffs. I guess we cut. Yeah, we'll cut the Destroyer for now. We'll keep Yadaro. Yeah, so yeah, some changes there. Well, yeah, I'll edit this along as we go for one more match. It was actually a pain to put this up in MTG Goldfish. There was some weird formatting thing. Okay, that's working better now. And definitely keeping the Scorch Bitter into Steamkin. Yeah, just a few minor changes. Nothing's too great. Opponent. Well, I guess a mono red deck at the end is a fitting opponent. Opponent runs Spear Spewer. I guess we have time. I'll play Steamkin first. So, Omen of Forge, snipe the Steamkin. That's fine. I was kind of expecting that. Got Scorching Dragonfire, but we'll go with Chandra Spitfire first because our opponent's not. Opponent probably has either light up this, definitely has light up stage cure the critics, or otherwise it's just pressuring us. So would like, yeah, Mana's probably gonna be the one thing that kills us. Dreadhorn Arcanist, so, and a Blister Spit Gremlin. So let's get rid of this guy first. Opponent probably has ways to buff, so I'm not taking that risk. He could block with this. Yeah, let's just cast it off. Yeah, we are kind of empty at this point, so the Torbrand's actually going to be a bigger problem now. Only benefit is that yeah, we get a little extra damage because of this this traditional, not original, just traditional combo. So opponent definitely gonna cast Torbrand. Oh, he think it's the small dude. So King, we hit our 5 mana though, so we now have to decide. I don't like the idea of casting Chandra just for her to die, so We'll cast Cav of Flame. I don't like the idea of throwing Scorch Bitter away. It's just gonna get blocked by Torbrand. But yeah, we need to start putting pressure. We know we have ways to deal damage. So we need, and our opponent doesn't exactly have ways to negate it. Interesting that he went for the token. We're just accepting that we're taking more damage, but we're also accepting that our opponent's taking more damage as a result. So I'm actually I'm actually glad to keep the Spear Spewer combo up. It's only each player, yeah. He probably wanted the Blister Spit Goblin more. Good thing we got rid of that. Opponent Crater Maker, so that. So let's incentivize our opponent to sack Crater Maker to snipe Spitfire. Basically, let's get that off the board so we're kind of free to swing with Cav. Opponent probably also taps first, okay. Yeah, basically it forces him to do it at an awkward time. Oh, it's to an opponent, so it doesn't harm him. Oh, he gets this. Well, at least we get rid of the Torbrand. Obvious attack. He just blocks, so either way he loses this. So no lands in great. So no lands, so doesn't take damage. He's also a few mana away. Our only concern is risk factor. We'll take the hit. Cause he's hurting on stuff right now. Torch Courier for haste. We're definitely playing Chandra Heart of Fire. We could also play Tectonic Giant, but we're gonna start sniping it. Start sniping his board. There is a certain amount of risk to taking another 4 damage. Actually, we could put risk factor. Because everyone kind of defaults to taking the damage. I will take it though. That's a given. Because next turn, Skewer. Okay, he's going for broke. He's out of cards. He might as well just sack that. Now, opponent could cast Torbrand, and that makes the... He's definitely gonna go for it. Attacks. Oh, he's just going for the risk factor. We'll take it. So yeah, risk is there. Oh, he sees it. And there we go. We kind of... I guess that's fine for mono red. In fact, I would say that running Planeswalkers is kind of better than running Torbrand just because of the lack of vulnerability in that sense. Last time I ran Sarkhan, that was a better one. Anyway, that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Yeah, we're a long ways away from... Probably get this at the end of the week. But we will definitely do a draft later. Anyway, so... Yeah, we're gonna have FNM soon. I'm really concerned about this one. If you haven't tried the Planeswalker decks by the time you see this video, it's a bit too late. You should have seen my other video. You would have had more time. But as always, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care, stay safe. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. Have a great week, and everyone, God bless.